The 1st of June 2025, me and Kat went to Beamish for their Festival of Transport. We chose this weekend of the festival because Sybil and Vel and Helly were being reunited after 6 years and were operating that weekend, and as I'm a narrow gauge enthusiast, I'd love to see that. Vel and Helly is the Hunslet you see facing closest to the camera, and has come from the Festiniog Railway after a recent overhaul. Sybil is a Bagnall towards the back that's about to take the train away. That has come from the West Lancashire Light Railway. These locomotives have not been seen together since they were trailered away from Denoric Slate Quarry where they used to work back in 1965, headed for Cornwall. The other locomotive they had running today was Glider, which is Beamish's home locomotive. They also have another home locomotive called Samson, although we didn't see that operating today, although it may have been at various other points. A reasonable amount of Beamish's narrow gauge stock is also Festiniog Railway, as they use donations of stock and buildings in order to make the museum how is his, and they carefully erect it in a very similar fashion to the way it was originally. The narrow gauge line is in the 1900s town and mine, so that's where we explored next. We then went inside a lot of the houses and had a look, although I don't have room to show you all of the photos, as there is quite a lot of them. We then went into the allotments, and it was nice to see the plants beginning to grow at this time of year, and they had the chickens as well. They also had canaries and pigeons, obviously because they use them for sending messages and sending down the mines. The Gresley Male Choir were singing in a church, and I got a little video of them. We also then explored round the school, although there isn't enough room to show you all of the photos of this, and played with these hoops in the school's backyard, and I got this excellent shot heading up towards the tram and bus depot. In the tram and bus depot there was a lot more buses than normal. This is because of it being the Festival of Transport. There was a variety of visiting vehicles all the way from the 1920s through to the 30s. This is Kat's favourite. A lot of these buses are North East based, usually Sunderland, Doncaster and Yorkshire, but we did see a few from various other areas as well. We then got the tram down from the bus station to Beamish town, where we explored a little bit and we went into the garage, but our main focus was the transport and the railway, so we headed pretty much straight to Rowley, where we got on a passenger train. The train approaching is made up of two coaches, a first-class Celestary coach and what I believe to be a Southern third compartment coach. I believe they are pre-war, or definitely pre-grouping, as they are rather old-fashioned style stock and do appear to be in regional liveries of some description. The locomotive on the front is a Hawthorne and Leslie 040 industrial shunter in a very nice green. It's all in very good condition and run very smoothly. I enjoyed the look of this locomotive so much that I actually might even get one for my own double O gauge railway. They also have the distinctive Manning Wardle L-type running some goods demonstrations. Manning Wardle have a very particular building style and build a lot of narrow gauge locomotives as well. We also explored around the goods shed and into the carriage and wagon works. This led us into the field with the fairground, so we had to go on the carousel, and then on the way up we had a lovely view of the passenger train backing into Rowley. That's cute. Yeah, no, we did have a first class one. We also then got this bus down to the 1950s town, where we then explored and went into the various shops. They had a radio shop, and an old toy shop with an old 00 tri-rail setup. We also went into some of the 50s houses, although we didn't take photos of everything, we just wanted to enjoy it. And there was a bus exhibition where I picked up these models for the layout. We then did the 1940s farm, where there was various animals and a sleepy pig in a shelter. It was nice to see the fact that they've got animals, and it gives a bit more interaction. This was a kitchen for the 1940s sort of farmhouse cottage thing, and an outhouse. And then we got this bus back to the entrance. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you soon.